Hey, this is DN number 10, and welcome to my basic but complete ILS landing walkthrough. I'm going to be using a Boeing 737-800 for this tutorial, but the procedure should be similar, if not exactly the same, for most other aircraft. Right now I'm taking off from Snohomish County Airport in Everett, Washington. This is where the Boeing plant is located, and I will be flying to Seattle-Tacoma International Airport, which is about a little less than 30 miles south. Landing gear up, turn on the autopilot, set altitude to 2,500 feet. Auto throttle is set to 250 knots, but I'm going to bring that down very shortly.
To keep things simple, I'm going to be flying VFR with the GPS, even though I will perform an ILS landing. I believe you would normally land with the ILS if it was an IFR flight, but you can still do it while flying VFR.
Now that I've leveled off, I'm already going to start reducing my speed as I approach Seattle. Let's contact Seattle Tower now.
Seattle Tower, orbit 1091 is 20 miles north with Mike to land. Orbit 1091, Seattle Tower, fly straight in, runway 16 left, altimeter 3017. Fly straight in, runway 16 left, orbit 1091.
Okay, so now we know that we're going to be landing on runway 16 left. If this was an IFR flight, the air traffic controller would tell us expect vectors ILS and then whatever runway we would be landing on. So now we can proceed on to the next step. You want to open up the map by clicking on the button shown here, left of the GPS button. Okay, so Seattle-Tacoma is at the bottom. Use the tools at the top to move down and zoom in. Click on the runway you will be landing on. In this case, it's 16 left. Under Facilities, locate the runway again and double-click it. In this case, it's ILS DME 16 left. It should bring up facility information. Take a look at the frequency. In this case, it's 110.30 megahertz. Memorize the number or write it down. Now take a look at the heading. For us, it's 161. Again, memorize it or write it down. Now you're going to be opening the radio stack, which is the button right here to the right of the GPS. Go over to where it says nav1 and under standby, put in the frequency you just got from the map. In our case, it's 110.30. Press the button in the middle to switch to the active. Close the radio stack. Now look for a button that says nav and GPS, and make sure it's selected to nav. By default, it's selected to this, but I had the GPS on, so I switched it. Go ahead and disable the nav hold switch and turn on approach hold. But look, there's a light that says below glide slope. That means we don't want to turn off the altitude hold, or else the plane is just going to fall from the sky. Don't worry about this though, because once you are leveled with the glide slope, the auto land will automatically start descending your plane, and the altitude hold will be disabled.
Orbit 10.
Okay, so here we're just getting our clearance to land.
Clear to land. Runway 16 left. Orbit
Landing gear down.
1.
Setting the auto brake. Open the throttle control now and arm the spoiler. Other than change the speed, I haven't really done anything. The plane has aligned itself with the runway and is descending on its own. So I'm just kicking back here and letting the auto land work.
Make sure you're properly aligned with the runway. Remember that heading 161 we looked at before? And reduce speed and adjust the flaps as necessary. You see these two diamonds at the bottom and at the right? They tell you where you are relative to the glide slope. You just need to make sure that the flight director is on.
Reducing my speed again. As I approach the runway threshold, I like to pause the simulation because I'm going to be taking off the autopilot and the auto throttle right now. I'm going to set engines to idle, and I'm going to take complete control of the aircraft. And so I'm going to unpause it right here. As I get above the runway, I'm going to flare just a little bit, and here comes touchdown. You know, I was probably coming in a little bit too fast, but I was just trying to show you guys how to do an ILS landing, so there you go. The brakes and the spoilers are working on their own. One thing I had to do was hold down F2 to put the reverse thrusters.
Orbit 109.1, exit runway when able.
That's about it.
Again, this is just a basic tutorial. It's not meant to be perfect, and I'm not a real pilot yet. But hopefully, you know, it helps some of you, and thanks for watching.